Right. So and oh, you have federal question right there.
Black's Law Dictionary, 4th edition. Federal question. Cases arising under Constitution of the United States, acts of Congress or treaties, and involving their interpretation and application, and of which jurisdiction is given to federal courts, are commonly described as involving a federal question.
Right, so a federal question is dealing with constitutional, the first part of that again?
Yeah.
Constitutional.
Cases arising under Constitution.
Under constitutional, right? So any question with regard to constitutional authority is supposed to be sent to a higher court when we go to the low courts and present that question or ask that question automatically. But because they're not really a court, they're administrative building, body, right? They don't have to go by that, right? And the only reason that they are going by that is because of the occupation, and that's been the pattern for them. The pattern's been to, well, let's put the Supreme Court where everybody's supposed to go to in Ottawa, which is 4 hours that way, and we'll just have some little courts down here and make people think that this is really where you're supposed to go when you have court, right? And we'll only deal with, you know, the big things in the Supreme Court, right? So the Moorish Divine and National Movement, Moorish Holy Temple of Science, Moorish Science Temple of America is a consulate. It's a safe haven. It's an embassy. That's what it was created for. It was created for you to have a venue that could protect you from the people who have the land under occupation. Because all they're about is pillaging and all that stuff. And everybody else has one. What, like, think about it. Every other nation, every nation has a consulate. In some other country, wherever they go, they can go to, you know what I mean? This main intersection, bam, there's a consulate there. No matter where they go in the world, there's a consulate for specific nationals. And then there's some certain people who, you know, they don't even know what consul means, and they're fighting for civil rights all the time. And that's all they know, and that's all they fight for. Even though they get nothing from the fight, they still go fight. Even when they get nothing. Like, they fight, get nothing, and they still fight for that same thing that they just got nothing for. That's the mentality of a black person, of a Negro person, of a colored person. To not up the ante after you realize that you're wrong. Right?
The consulates are so powerful that even if you and the country are in war, but the grounds on which the consulate is on is still considered
a safe haven.
A safe haven. Like even in Iraq during the war and stuff, the U.S. consulates were considered U.S. soil. So like the gate, and you're warning the country's dropping bombs on you.
Yeah, outside that gate.
Right.
But they'll never
cross the gate.
Cross the gate.
Right.
That tells you that there is some type of camaraderie between nations. That there are certain things that even in war,
because they have their own embassy in the other country.
Exactly. So
right.
if you do unto others as you have done
It's rules of engagement.
Right. Rules of engagement. Right.
International war.
That's just how it goes. Right. And we coming into this information have to be the ones to set what's right. That's why the Prophet said certain things. That's why he made reference to Constitution all the time. Enforce the Constitution. And then Moors think that he's talking about the domestic constitution in the temple. when there's a constitution that supersedes that they don't look at. And you know, we would say, that we're, you know, when you nationalize and you come into the temple, you can be a grand sheik or a chairman or whatever, but those are ministers. Those are public officials. The public official's job is to represent the nation. Right? So everybody's supposed to be at the level of Grand Sheik, Grand Vanguard, Grand Chairman, Grand Treasurer, Grand Secretary. Everybody's supposed to be on that level. It's not supposed to be a group of the people on this high level and then everybody else is the member. Everybody has to do their due diligence and study and be adept. Because if you're not adept, they're going to kidnap you, and you're not going to know to demand that my council has to be notified.
So basically, we're becoming a citizen or a national, then are a leader.
Exactly.
We the people.
We the people.
The government, that's the leader.
That's how all these indigenous national governments are supposed to be set up, but then each individual who comes in, who maybe has more or the most leadership qualities out of everybody, comes in, has their own agenda and then corrupts shit. And then takes everything, co-opts everything or whatever, covets everything, and then leaves the people with nothing. When everybody's supposed to have the same, and be the same, have the same authority and the same power.
Right. Or
it's not the system, it's the people that fail.
Right.
Right.
Or the people sit there and just let the leader do everything. And then when the leader gets assassinated, now nothing can happen because the leader's gone.
So now some tyrant comes in and takes over.
Right?
Or the next occupying government puts in somebody who they want to carry out their agenda.
I was talking with a brother, who was just here about the African Union. And how come after they took out the Libyan leader that, you know, nobody didn't do anything as far as the African Union is concerned? Like, why didn't they do anything? That's the leader. That's the leader of the African Union. He was the one funding everything. He was funding everything. The satellites, bringing back the gold standard, making sure people have, you know what I mean, disposable income and all that stuff, making sure that you know, when you're born, you have a check in your account waiting for you when you get to a certain age.
Right.
But nobody didn't defend him when they came and took him out. That means that the African Union is full of sellouts. That was infiltrated long time ago.
This is another representation of what happened here.
Exactly. Right? Because it's a pattern. Don't forget, it's a mirror. So whatever goes on over there, definitely going on over here. On every single level.
It's probably indicative of how insidious some of these groups are that are infiltrating these groups and making sure that there's nothing left once they take out these leaders, right?
Yeah. But again, the problem is the people. Because if everybody's adept,
stepping up.
as soon as they take out the leader,
Next one comes in.
another one comes in.
Nature.
Like automatic.
Fill the gap.
That's what's supposed to
And it
happen.
wouldn't matter who either, because everybody is on the
Because it
same
wouldn't matter
level.
who. Everybody's on the same page.
So then it's also indicative of what is going on within the hierarchy of the whole thing, right?
Exactly.
There's major problems.
Right? And which is why we need to fix
This stuff.
we need to fix this stuff. Because it's not getting any better. And the only way that we can fix things is to be a national.
Right.
You can't fix it as
That's the beginning.
a lower level citizen. Because you don't have the power to do anything. You don't have the power to write somebody a letter and say,
You're not in your own body.
you're not in your own body. You're not in your proper person. You're in a subordinate position, claiming that you have some type of authority, which is fraud.
And then they can take you over.
Right? George Santayana. A country without a memory is a country of madmen. Right? What is it that so-called Negro black colors say with regard to black history? That their stuff was stolen. Their mind was taken away from them by the enemy. The enemy did something, stole our language, stole our this, didn't let us learn for ourselves. Okay, well, a country without a memory is a country of madmen. And all we have is madmen running around here. Right?
Yeah.
As far as Negro, black, colored people, right? They're mad people. Not mad, angry people, crazy people. You must be crazy. If you're brown, you call yourself black. Must be. You obviously don't have your mental faculty going in the right direction.
What you just pointed out is what I've been experiencing for the last little bit here. With the arrival of these Indian people, when you're paying for gas, I'm asking them people, how come you guys call yourselves brown, but I'm brown and I call myself black?
Right. Exactly.
They get so confused.
Right.
You shouldn't be asking me why
Because
you call
they
yourself.
don't know what that is.
Right.
Even about
Darker
them.
than nothing about darker.
Yeah,
than
and they're
nothing.
darker than you.
Right.
And they're not called black people. Right? Like, you'll be standing side by side with a Sri Lankan. And they'll call him Sri Lankan and call you black. And you're lighter than him. That's fraud. Blatant fraud.
Yeah. I
But
just,
he can't defend it because, you know, we didn't say anything. We didn't correct say, no, well actually no, he's actually black and I'm brown because he's darker than me. And then he's gonna say, well no, I'm not black. I'm Sri Lankan.
Yeah.
I'm dark brown.
Yeah.
I'm not black.
Yeah.
Right? Just like with the thing with the Nigerians.
Right.
Right? Nigerians pulled over and they said and they were trying to tell them that they're black people.
And they lined up all three of them, and they're just like,
They're like, nah,
I'm not black.
I'm not black. Don't categorize me as that.
That's it. It's that categorization.
It's categorization,
What it's all about.
right? But see, again, too, like, for example, with the black, right? Black is a characterization. That's not what that person is.
It's a label.
It's just a characterization. But we're taking the characterization as a real identity. Whether it's black, Negro, African American, Trinidadian, Jamaican, St. Lucian, whatever. Even Nigerian and Congolese and all those. It's misnomers. Those are geographical locations. A person can't be a geographical location. Right? It's like with French, German, British, English, Scottish. People are going to say, oh yeah, well those are Europeans. No, they're not. They're Scottish. And they're French. And they're German.
So they're being identified by their nationality.
They're being identified by that geographical location that they're on.
That's why.
But if they leave from there and then go to somewhere else, they're still being identified
As wherever geographical location they came from,
Yeah.
hyphen whatever geographical location they're on now.
Because when you ask people too, like, if you ask someone where they're, you don't ask them like what they are. Usually, you ask them where they're from,
that's the question I get all the time.
right? You're like,
Right.
where are you from?
Right.
And the person will say, they won't say I'm like, especially from the West Indies or something. Or some people say I'm this, but not most people say I'm from here.
Yeah.
And then there'll be someone say I'm Jamaican, I'm Trinidad or whatever, I'm Chinese, I'm but most say I'm from Guyana, I'm
Yeah.
from
Right.
Jamaica.